What's up, people? What we saying? Welcome back to True Gunners TV. Make sure you are slapping up that like button and you're subscribing to the channel if you're not subscribed already. We're here today to talk about Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo, yeah? Of course, as we all know, Arsenal made multiple bids in January to sign Moises Caicedo. And there are football clubs around the world currently signing players, currently making early moves in the transfer market. And my question today is, Caicedo, according to multiple journalists, according to multiple newspaper articles, has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. So my question is, considering we've agreed personal terms, we made multiple bids for him in January, why haven't we bid yet? Can anybody answer that question? Why have Arsenal Football Club not bid for Moises Caicedo yet? Liverpool have signed McAllister, another Brighton player, a player who Roberto De Zerbi at the end of the season said would be leaving Brighton Football Club. There was another player that De Zerbi mentioned that would be leaving Brighton Football Club. Oh yeah, that's Moises Caicedo. So once again, why have Arsenal not made a move for this guy? I thought we wanted him in January. I thought he was our first choice target. Apparently not. Apparently, he's our second choice target now. Apparently, Declan Rice is our first choice target. Caicedo is just a backup option. So let me ask you this. If Declan Rice was always the first choice target and Caicedo was the backup option, why didn't we bid for Declan Rice in January? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Because I can't answer that question. And I'm seeing the same old crap that I've seen in the entire time that I have been an Arsenal fan for 20 odd years. The same stuff keeps happening over and over and over again. Now, whether we capitulated at the end or not, we competed for a league title last season. And everybody was looking forward to the summer transfer window, including me. However, I have already seen elements of our dealings that shows me that we are not a serious football club. Reece Nelson, new contract. Why? The guy came off the bench and scored 3 goals last season. And what? Surely we should be striving for better. Surely, when you're trying to compete with Manchester City, you should be looking at their squad and saying, oh, you know, they've got Mahrez. If they're not playing Mahrez, they can play Bernardo Silva. They've got Grealish. If they're not playing Grealish, they can play Phil Foden. We've got Saka. And if we don't play Saka, we've got Reece Nelson. Big difference. Oh, we got Jesus. If we don't play Jesus because he's out injured or for whatever reason, we've got Eddie Nketiah. There's the difference. And instead, we've decided to sign this guy up for a 4-year contract with an option of a 5th year. Why? Why? Why is Moises Caicedo not already wearing the Arsenal shirt when McAllister is already wearing the Liverpool shirt? He's been done, had his medical, everything sorted, done. Liverpool can now move on to their next transfer target. And the window hasn't even opened yet. And instead, we're doing what we always do. Sitting here on our hands with our shaboinker in hand, magic sock. Oh, it's okay. It's okay because the Europa Conference League finals on tonight and we'll bid for Declan Rice because we kept good relations with West Ham. If Arsenal do not bid for Declan Rice tomorrow morning, I'm going to be fuming. Fuming. Because once again, the football club have shown me that they do not move quick enough in this transfer market. Every other football club around the world is signing players before the window is even fucking open. Edu's on holiday, frying up chicken on his barbecue. But we're supposed to accept that. We've got a player here in Caicedo who has already stated that he wants Arsenal Football Club. He's agreed personal terms. He wants to come to Arsenal. He wanted to come to Arsenal in January. It is the easiest deal that we could get done. The hardest thing about a transfer is getting the player to want to come to your football club. We've succeeded in doing that with this guy. All we've got to do is stump up the fucking money. Pay the money. That's all right. We'll wait. We'll wait for Declan Rice. We need both. And not only that, right? Let's say, for argument's sake, we're waiting for Declan Rice. We're waiting for Moises Caicedo. We need 6 players this summer. 6. There are other positions within the squad that need to be addressed. Why are we not going out and buying players for the other positions that we need to address? Why are we not getting deals done like the rest of the football clubs around the world? Tells you everything that you need to know. It's staring you right in the eyes, Arsenal fans. Just got to put 2 and 2 together and come up with 4, not 5, not 6, like these other fucking idiots do. Oh, it's okay. Oh. Dickheads. It's not okay. This is arguably our biggest transfer window in our recent history. We competed for a league title last season. Now we've got to take it one step further. We have to win something this season. We have to compete for the league title again this season. Right now, I can't see Arsenal doing anything. Right now, I can't see Arsenal getting their first choice targets over the line because we are not proactive. And if this Declan Rice transfer saga drags on and on and on and on, and we end up losing out on him, then we'll lose out on Caicedo, then we'll go and sign somebody completely out of the woodwork who we didn't want, and then we'll dress it up to be the greatest thing ever, i.e. Fabio Vieira. Look how that one worked out. What more can I say? And Arsenal fans that sit there and go, yeah, but you're negative. Oh, you're complaining too much. The difference is I want the football club to do what is required and to compete to be the best. You lot that sit here and defend this are the reason why we're not the best, and the reason why we don't compete, and the reason why next season, as things stand, we will not finish any higher than 4th place. If we're lucky. We need a number 9, a minimum of 2 midfielders, a left back, a centre back, a right winger, and maybe even a right back as well. That's 6 positions that need addressing, and we're sitting on our hands waiting around for 2 players. Why? Why? Why has Edu chose, of all the time in this year that he could have gone on holiday, why has he chose to go on holiday now? Why now? Why now? When the transfer window's open. Why now? He could have waited. Could have gone in August when the season's back up and running again. And we'd got all our transfers done. One of the good things about Arsenal last season, because I was there at the Emirates Cup when we beat Sevilla 6-0, was we had virtually all of our signings done early, ready to go on pre-season, ready to integrate them into the team. Now it can still be done because the transfer window isn't open yet. However, if we continue to move like fucking snails and not do what is required, then we're going to be in a poor position for next season. Does anybody here think that Liverpool are not going to improve exponentially? Manchester United, Newcastle, Chelsea even. Chelsea. What more can I say? Do you know what I mean? I'm frustrated already. And the window isn't even open yet. I'm going to get into a few of your comments. I'm only going to keep this video really, really short today because I don't know if you guys can hear it on the mic and that, but I ain't very well. I'm not good. I'm flued up. But I just, the Moises Caicedo thing, it just annoys me. This guy is a fantastic footballer. He's exactly what we need in the middle. Exactly what we need right now. Why are we not going out and buying this guy? Now. Get it done now. Get it over and done with. Buy the guy. Move on to your next transfer target. If that's Declan Rice, fine. But there's no reason why you can't sign other players in the meantime. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Darren, how are we doing, Darren? He says, morning from Australia. All the way from Australia. Big up yourself, Darren. Caicedo and Rice would be a good start. You're right about that. Would also like Højlund, Bowie, Simican and Guerrero. But I have to wait and see. Yeah, Caicedo and Rice would be a good start. Exactly that, bro. Exactly that. A good start. Like, I think Arsenal think that just getting Caicedo and Rice is going to be enough. It fucking ain't. It's not. But there we go. Big up yourself. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, bro. I'm really sorry, but I don't want to butcher it. But big up yourself. Clearly a Liverpool fan. I'm happy my club is doing business early. Getting McAllister for only 35 million. That is an absolute steal, by the way. And linked with quality players like Kone and Thuram as our midfield rebuild. Exactly. Liverpool have addressed exactly where they went wrong last season. I know our midfield wasn't good enough. Tell you what, we want McAllister. And we've known, every single football fan in world football has known since January that Liverpool want McAllister. McAllister is their first choice target. And I know it's an easier deal to get done because he had a release clause, blah, 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 blah. But the point is, He's been their first choice target since January, and they've got it done. It's done. Signed, sealed, delivered, ready to go. As soon as that transfer window opens, they can announce that signing. And in the meantime, over the next 5-6 days, they're already lining up their next targets. Why is it that Liverpool can do that and other football clubs can do that, but Arsenal don't? Why? I don't understand it. I really, really don't understand it. But yeah, big up yourself, my G. If you do not get Caicedo quickly, Chelsea will get him, and you'll end up with Rice and a young midfielder. 100%. 100%. We already know that Chelsea will be involved in this Caicedo saga one way or another. They lost out on Ugarte. They will move for Caicedo, and it's whether Arsenal end up getting themselves involved in it or not. I think we have to, and I think the best thing you can do is go and get him now to avoid a bidding war, because we have already seen that when it comes to bidding wars, Arsenal are not willing to go the extra mile when it comes to paying extra money for a player that they might deem is not necessarily worth that money. But it depends, doesn't it? You know, it's not about money as such. It's about, is this player going to take you to new levels? And the answer is, with Caicedo and Rice in the middle, yes. It's a no-brainer. Get both deals done. But instead, we'll haggle and piss around, and we'll probably offer the money that is nowhere near what West Ham or Brighton want. And then we'll have to wait 5 days, go back in with another 5-10 million, get it rejected again. And then before you know it, both of these transfers have dragged on throughout the entire summer. And in the meantime, we've lost out on other targets. And this is what Arsenal Football Club do year in, year out. And I'm sick and bored and fed up with it. Taib says, big up Brandon, big up Taib, how we doing? Static in the building as well. How we doing, Static? 5 likes, like and subscribe. Exactly, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you're doing that, you know, boost that algorithm. We need to raise the standards here at Arsenal Football Club, because this is just not good enough. Static, my bro. Cecil getting a boner when he met Edu. Lol, Craig, cringe individual. Listen, Cecil needs to be getting on to Edu and telling him, look, we ain't got time for this shit. Yeah, Arsenal Football Club, one of the biggest football clubs in world football. We don't deal with barbecues and shorts and fucking sandals and all that shit. We deal in getting big transfers done and meeting the requirements that are required to do and put us where we need to be. And next season, we need to be competing for a league title, competing in the Champions League at the very, very fucking minimum. It's going to be much difficult now next season to compete for the league. Look, I don't care, Carlos, how difficult it's going to be. I don't deal in excuses. We got ourselves in a position, and I expect Arsenal to go out and do the business to make sure we remain in this position and we don't go backwards and fall behind again. But as I said before on previous occasions, oh my God, what a goal. Feyenoord. Looks like he's offside though, Jovic. Yeah, as I've said on previous occasions, you know, what I just, yeah, we don't do what's required. And when you don't do what's required, you go backwards. And I've said that this summer will tell me how much of a serious football club we are. I don't think we're that serious. When you sign Reece Nelson up to a new contract, you're not that serious. When you offer William Saliba 20k more then Eddie and Ketia, you're not a very serious football club. You know, when you're pissing around while other clubs are already signing players, you're not a serious football club. You know, all these things are lining up to me. Like, make this make sense. I've said it already, but how can Caicedo be the player that you bid for in January, but then he's not your first choice target in the summer? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. If Declan Rice was the first choice target, why didn't we bid for him in January? Regardless of whether it would have got accepted or rejected, doesn't make no difference, right? But we've seen this with Arsenal, with Douglas Luiz. We bid for Douglas Luiz in January. But then come the summer, we didn't want the guy no more. Like, what is this? Scattergun approach. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Smash the likes up. Make sure you're doing that. The Cronkies are the biggest problem for AFC. Look, the Cronkies are an issue, but I'm looking at it right now, and I'm thinking, Edu, this is your time to do your job and do it to a proper standard and make sure, you know, like it or not, Mikel Arteta did his job to a degree in terms of he got us competing for a league title, which we never thought he would, right? So I'll give him a little bit of credit for that. What I won't give him credit for is bottling it. And ultimately, he never won it, so you can't give the guy too much credit. But he did get us to a point. I'm expecting Edu now. This is on Edu. And instead, he's out, I don't know, Ibiza, fucking wherever he is, on holiday, when a transfer window is about to open. Make that make sense. We're not serious. I'm telling you, we're not serious. But you're right. The Cronkies are a problem. And look, if we don't go out and do what is required and we don't compete next season, because that is the expectation from me, maybe not all Arsenal fans, because they're happy with fourth, right? But if we don't do that, then I want heads on a stick. And I don't just mean Mikel Arteta. I mean Edu. I mean that fucking sofa salesman, Vinay. I mean the other idiot, Richard Garlic Bread, or whatever his name is. Yeah? The Cronkies. I want it all. I want it all. And I will not rest until they're on the fucking... They're sacked. Yeah? And moved on. Because it's the only way that we're going to move forward. However, I am willing to give this season, like I'm willing to give them an opportunity this season. Because when it all goes tits up, I'm also going to be there to fucking nail them as well. You know? So all these fans that say I'm negative and blah, 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 and all this crap, you're going to see a different Brandon this season. I'm going to sit there chilled. And then the moment that it goes wrong, told you so. That's all you can do. Do you know what I mean? We're going to see this season if Arsenal are a serious club that want to compete and win major honours, or if we're a club that is happy with top four and Champions League. In which case, that makes us no different to the idiots across the road, Tottenham. You know? Everybody's laughing at them because it looks like they're going to be signing Harry Maguire. At least they're fucking signing someone. We're not signing anyone at the moment. At least they're trying to do something. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Kyle. Big up, Brandon. How you doing? I think Odegaard and Rice would make a great partnership. I think they'd work quite well together in the midfield as well. if we don't get what is needed, it will be difficult to compete. Yeah, you're right, Carlos. 100% you're right. Hey, bro, I saw that Cecil. Cecil Boner. Brandon, which players apart from Caicedo would you like to see at Arsenal? I want Arsenal to go out and buy Victor Osimhen. People go, oh, it's a lot of money though. Don't care. He's a proven goal scorer, a number 9, a winner. You know, a proper number 9. What we need at Arsenal. Go and get it done. Go and get me Declan Rice. Go and get me Moises Caicedo. Go and get me. What's that brother's name? Plays at centre back for RB Leipzig. Is it Vardiol or something like that? Yeah, the Croatian. Go and get me him. Go and get me. I don't know. Leroy Sane, Serge Gnabry, somebody like that. Go and get me these players. These are the players that we should be looking at. These are the top tier players that we need at Arsenal now to compete. You don't see Man City going out and buying fucking we've just bought this kid from this 20-year-old from Portugal, and he might be good in the future. They go out and they buy proper players that is required in order for them to compete. And we need to do the same thing, regardless of how much money it costs, bro. That's what my opinion. Garlic bread, nice. It is, yeah. Garlic bread's all right. But Tim Lewis is another one, a waste of space too for lowering the standards as well. It's all about PR at this football club. They lower the standards until they can't lower them anymore. And eventually, fans will wake up to this, but it'll be too late. Be too late. Arsenal fans need to be demanding success this season. And I can guarantee you right now, if things don't go right in the first half of the season, they'll go, oh, well, there's always next season. We're only in phase 4. There's 5 phases, don't forget. We're only in phase 4. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Vardy, yeah, whatever his name is. Brandon, those are all good choices of players you just mentioned. See? Sack Edu, hire Brandon. That's what I say. But listen, guys, I'm going to keep this to an absolute minimum because I am full of cold. I don't feel 100%, unfortunately. But yeah, make sure you slap a like on the way out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and get this content sharing around as well, because it's about time more Arsenal fans started waking up to this bullshit. Yeah. Moises Caicedo, agreed personal terms. Where's the bid then? Why is he not an Arsenal player? Yeah. Stop fucking about Arsenal. Just get it done. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.